Hey, Richard here from Wildside. Have you ever wondered what space sounds like? Stick around, let's find out. Okay, so before we get around to the funky space sounds, let's just talk about what we're actually going to be listening to. Sound is classified as one of the mechanical waves, meaning it requires a medium to transfer through. In the vacuum of space, there is no such medium, so sound doesn't travel in space. So what we're actually listening to when we listen to these sounds is the electromagnetic fingerprint of different celestial objects. Now in general, this is what space sounds like. Yeah, I know, right? Not very impressive. But what you heard there was cosmic background radiation, basically the white noise of space. And just like a television will show white noise if you haven't selected a specific channel, the same applies to radio telescopes. If we just point them at a general kind of spaciness, then we get a general kind of spacey sound. But what radio astronomers can do is they can cancel out the background radiation and isolate specific celestial sources. And that's where things get interesting. Probably one of the funkiest sounding things out there are pulsars. A pulsar is a rapidly rotating neutron star. Now, understanding the physics of a neutron star is a whole different kettle of fish, so we won't focus so much on that, rather just on how a pulsar works. Pulsars are extremely small stars. They only have a diameter around 10 kilometers, but they are extremely dense. They have a very powerful gravitational and magnetic field, and they're rapidly rotating. Now, combining all those physical extremes, pulsars become quite interesting, because they don't emit radiation in a uniform fashion just like other stars and suns and things do. Rather, they emit their radiation in two narrow bands on opposite ends of the star, and as the pulsar rotates and one of those bands passes across the face of a radio telescope, that telescope will detect it as an audible click. So the frequency at which a radio telescope will detect these taps is dependent on the speed of rotation of the pulsar. And that's enough science for today. Let's listen to the sounds. Thanks for watching, blah blah blah, subscribe, blah blah blah, comments. Sound is classified as frequency at which our when we listen to these sounds. So what we're actually listening